hot seat.
All right.
Nothing too dramatic here. We'll do about 10 minutes of a couple questions we had, and then actually everybody's written in a whole bunch of questions they want to ask you.
Okay. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
I guess the first thing is, just to find out, like, what's important to you. What's obviously it's a very big move for you. Move across the country. You could have gone anywhere. What's important to you, and what do you want to see happen? Obviously, winning a championship. Besides that, what are some of the things that are important to you as a person?
Well, from a basketball standpoint, I always like to see improvement. Like I get excited when I see improvement. I try to learn as much as possible, as quick as possible, to try to implement it. So I watch film, ask the coaches, have sit-downs with them about what it takes to win. So seeing success is what excites me.
There's a lot to take in. You've been here now for a few months. There's a lot to take in, all the things that you want to accomplish off the court. I see you're very active, social media. You have charity endeavors, I noticed. Tell me what some of the important things are there, and how are you adjusting to all that off the field stuff?
Yeah, I think really being able to connect myself with the community is very important, because it's something that I'm very passionate about. And the great thing about the Knicks organization is they have a great foundation as well with the Garden of Dreams Foundation. So, we do a lot in the community, just try to uplift and provide hope. So that's one thing that excites me a lot off the court. And there's a lot of other opportunities off the court also. Being in New York is just such a great market, so there's opportunities to really succeed here.
What's your number one goal off the court as far as charity? Is there one thing you want to make sure you drive home over the next couple of years?
Yeah, just build a positive brand. Seeing positive brands out there is always great to see, and I always want to try to associate myself with that type of success, with having a positive brand.
I got to ask you about the Jewish thing, being that I'm Jewish. There's so much been written about it, but what was behind all that thinking, and why that all of a sudden came up now, and what you end up finding out?
Well, I've been studying for a long time, and it's just the fact of I finally got the chance to travel, period. But I always wanted to go to Israel, and I couldn't over the past 5 summers. I had the microfracture knee surgery one summer, then I played USA basketball the next. So each year was always something that popped up, and I wasn't able to go this summer until the Knicks was like, "Hey, Amar'e, we don't want you to play for USA basketball this year." So I was like, "Great, now it's my opportunity to really connect the dots through all the studying that I've been doing." So it was great for me.
Obviously, you're one of the great players in the game. Who do you like? Who'd you associate your game with? Growing up, who'd you kind of look up to as a youngster, and now you see your game similar to as?
I think I try to create versatility on the court. So I grew up playing on the wing until I played organized basketball. Once I played organized basketball, my coach was like, "No, you're tall, you're playing center." So, but growing up, I always, watched Michael Jordan play. He was one of my favorite players growing up, and also Shaquille O'Neal. With being from Orlando, I got a chance to see him play a lot. So those are my two players, and I think my game is somewhat in between. I think I play a little bit of both, ferocious around the rim, as Shaq was in his young years, and also very skilled on the perimeter.
Now, did you have a role model or an idol growing up, or was it Shaq or Jordan?
Well, my role model was more Michael Jordan. Shaq was just more fun to watch. He was very charismatic. He was fun. His extra sound effects and things of that nature was fun to watch. Being a kid growing up, it was fun to see. But as far as a role model standpoint, it was Michael Jordan.
Were you a collector? And are you collecting these days? Obviously you've now been to a place that probably has a few autographs, and now you've seen a whole. We have a lot of stuff here, but did you collect as a kid, and are you collecting now? And are you swapping jerseys? Are you?
I was the man on campus now, because I always had the top cards. I collected basketball cards, baseball and football cards. and we would always trade, right before school starts. So we'll meet up, before school start and trade cards, and it was a lot of fun for me. Right now, I don't do it anymore, but for about a 10-year span, I was a great card collector.
And how about in your sports room now? What's in there? Anything particular?
Yeah, I have a lot of just posters. Just a very successful athletes. So from Michael Phelps to Michael Jordan, to Kobe Bryant. Just a lot of successful athletes I have in my sport room.
I could be reading you wrong, and I've kind of known you now for a couple months, and I've actually studying you, watching you. It seems obviously you're a great basketball player. I don't think there's any doubt, but it seems to me it's very important, your image, and that you do something from a leadership standpoint off the court. Am I reading that right? I mean, is it a priority for you?
Well, I always want to, provide hope to the youth. I think it's very important. I think, from my travels, there's a lot of poverty out there. So I figured that the way to cure that is through education, and I think that's the best way for someone to succeed is to become educated and stay in school and really get your grades. So that's a message I try to bring forth amongst the youth is to stay in school and really focus in on education.
So will we see you in a lot of elementary schools and younger city programs? I saw you at a school in the Bronx about a month ago talking to the kids. Will we see a lot of that over the course of the next few years?
Absolutely. It's a passion for me. I do it just second nature. And the great thing about it is that the organization that I'm with New York, I mean, they want someone to do it, and I'm willing to do it with opening arms. So it's a perfect fit for me.
And there's no question how important it is. I mean, the Knicks are a sleeping brand almost, and it seems like it's coming back to life. Do you see the growth, or is it hard now? With such, it's been a rough last few years. I mean, is that a challenge for you that do you understand what's ahead for you to take this kind of almost this franchise on your back?
Yeah, it's a great challenge actually. A challenge is something that brings the best out of me. It makes you focus in that much more. So and again, it's really trying to restructure the brand with New York Knicks. It's been some rough years in the past, but I see a bright future. So it starts now.
Who's the sleeper on your team? Who's this? We have a brand new team. We don't know a lot about the other players on the team, with the exception of a couple of guys. But is there somebody that you think has a big future that maybe we're just seeing the beginning of it?
Yeah, I think Timothy Moskov, 7'1" center from Russia. He's for his age and to be a rookie in the NBA, he's very skilled. He's very skilled. He's a sponge. He loves to learn. And so, from my experience of playing in All-Star games and Western Conference Finals and played crunch time and just the experience of playing over the years, with me pretty much kind of teaching him the game of basketball, he picks it up quick, and then he goes out there and he does it. So I think he's gonna have a bright future. Landry Fields is another player that I think is gonna have a bright future from Stanford. Led the Pac-10 in scoring last year in college. And both of these guys are rookies and got a starting position with us. So that's very impressive.
Well, I know you like the big guy in the middle because I'm just kind of putting two and two together from what you said before. That would put you back on the wing. That 7'1" is a guy that's going to make you very happy if it's real. Because that puts you on the wing and you can start doing a little bit of the Michael Jordan, and then when you want to get close to the rim.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Am I reading that wrong?
No, you got it right. You're right on money with that because it's with him, he is such a force down in the paint to where it takes a little bit of pressure off myself. I don't have to bang as much with the big guys down there, but when need be, I got his back. So we got a great tandem going with that. And like you said, it also allows me to really open the court up on the wing.
I just got to ask you one quick thing, not to get away from the Knicks, but how Steve Nash, I mean, New York City guy, we see him around, and we've seen him up in this office. His greater point guard as you've seen?
Yeah, he really is. I mean, his work ethic is off the charts. You know, he really works extremely hard at his game, and he eats well. He has a great eating habit. He keeps himself in shape year round. You know, I guess when you get up in age, you have to keep yourself in shape in order to compete with these young guys. You got some young, incredible athletes that are fast, quick, and powerful. But for Steve to be, I think, 35, 36 now, and keeping up with the young guys, you know, it's pretty impressive. That just shows you his work ethic.
Having fun? Enjoying New York? Are you able to take it all in and have fun with it? Or the challenge is almost, I don't want to say angering, but it's almost like, you know.
No, it's fun. It really is a lot of fun. You have to enjoy it. You know, I look at it as if you have 15 seconds. You know, so within that 15 seconds, you have to make the most of it and really enjoy it. And what I mean by 15 seconds is that you really play in the NBA, and if you're lucky, you know, 12 to 15 years. That's if you have an incredible career. You know, so, but that time goes by so fast, so it seems like 15 seconds. So within that time frame, you have to enjoy it and really make the best of it, you know, and have fun.
You can see a little taste of it on opening night, even though the result wasn't quite what you wanted it to be. You could sense that buzz. And when you guys get on that run, that's that buzz every night.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a lift from?
Oh, the crowd was incredible. I mean, the fans here in New York is by far the best in the world. I mean, the crowd was totally into it. From the start, you hearing defense chants, you know, from the start of the game. You know, so and the first home game was overwhelming for us. We had the all-star type of intro. And that was fun.
That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. And the game, and we played Portland. You know, they was in the semifinals last year in the Western Conference, so they're, you know, a pretty good team, up and coming. And we gave them all we got. You know, so and we have a lot of room to improve.
Not to make excuses, tough to play back to back when you play on the road and then night to night, or is it?
It's tough. It's tough. Back to backs are, especially the start of the season, because you're not used to it. And for some of us, you know, preseason you have back to back games, but you will rest a few games during that stretch. So the first month of regular season, when you have back to backs, it's just a little bit tough.
Okay, we got time for a few questions. Take a few questions just real quick. We'll rifle them through, and then I know we're going to do the meet and greet. Well, how'd you feel when first question, how'd you feel when the Garden crowd when you walked out for the first time?
Well, I felt like I was home. I mean, the crowd was, you know, so excited. It had me too excited before the game.
A lot of number ones. I cannot believe when people wearing the Amar'e jerseys already.
Yeah, hey, you know
it was
what?
rocking. I mean, it takes like a few weeks for that to filter through, but they've been selling off the hook and Models and.
Yeah. That lets you know, man. The fans are ready for a winning product. You know,
it's
we
real.
have to deliver.
Who's the hardest player you ever played against?
The hardest player I played against was I don't like guarding Andre Karolinko. That sounds a little odd, but that's because he's always moving. He never stops. He's all over the place, you know. And playing, you know, defense, you have to pretty much watch the court. But as you're watching the court, he's
all over.
He's all over, you know. So
who's the best player in the NBA in your opinion right now?
The best player in the NBA right now is Kobe Bryant. I think he's versatile. He's a player that can score in crunch time, and he has that mentality the way he wants to win.
Did you win a game one-on-one with John Wall?
Yeah, oh yeah. Kidding me.
Cover the Judaism thing here. Let's see here. Was there any negatives? I'll tell you, there should be some one-on-ones like in the All-Star game. That would be fun, you know. Look at the guys going one-on-one a little bit. I always thought that was good. Remember that Dr. J thing?
I remember that, yeah. Dr. J, we had the Shaq and Olajuwon one-on-one.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, that would be fun. Well, any negatives from the first three games that you just need to get behind, you guys?
There was none, actually. I felt like the first three games we played Boston down to the wire, and this team went to the finals last year. We played, you know, Portland pretty much the same way, and we still have a lot of room to improve, you know. So, and we didn't shoot the ball well. We played two tough teams, and we didn't shoot the ball particularly well. So our defense is a positive. Offense is coming.
Played really well. I mean, I thought the Boston game was a good test of your character. Are Are you friends with Carmelo Anthony? You have a good relationship with him? Being a Cuse guy, I gotta ask you that. But,
yeah, no, me and Carmelo are great friends. We talk a lot.
We all gotta bring that karma on. We all gotta work on that. How many points did you average in high school?
I averaged high school. I think 38.
That was you were a late bloomer, or?
No, I was actually, me and Carmelo was the same high school class, and when we was coming out, I was the top player in the country, and Carmelo was number 2. So I went to the NBA, and Carmelo went to Syracuse, and I got Rookie of the Year. I was the first player to ever do that out of high school.
High school, right?
And then LeBron James did it the year after me.
Any new hot commercials coming out with you in there?
Working on it. You know, Nike wants to start to doing some things, so we're working on some pretty good commercials.
What do you think about the Knicks defense this year? Obviously, there's an emphasis on there, but is there as much of an emphasis as it seems to be? You guys have played pretty well defensively.
Yeah, we have. I think we might have been focusing on defense a lot more than offense. As you may can tell in the first few games, we're doing a great job defensively. So it's a great sign. And once our offense get the flowing, then we're gonna be real good.
Last question is: how's it feel to be reunited with D'Antoni? And how's it feel to be the face of the New York Knicks?
Well, being reunited with Coach D'Antoni is a special opportunity because back in Phoenix we had such great success. You know, Coach D'Antoni, our Coach of the Year. I was on the first team All-NBA, All-Star games. So the success, we won 60-something games per year. So the success was there, and the chemistry was built. And I think at that point in time, I was 22, 23. And he went off here to New York, and I was still in Phoenix, still having success. And now to reunite, it's that much better, you know, because we both are familiar with each other's game, and we both familiar with the way we're trying to implement the offense.
And what you want to get accomplished maybe as well. Probably easier to have a rapport with him. You know, he's not tiptoeing.
No, it's great. It's great. Anytime you can communicate well with the coach, it makes you that much of a better player, and it makes that team that much of a better team.
Well, before I let you run, I know you got a lot of stuff going on these days. First of all, thanks for being with us tonight. Anything that's on your mind that's keeping you up at night that you want to share with us?
No, anytime we lose, I get less sleep.
So you take it home with you?
I always think about what we could have did better to win the ball game. So it's almost like a winning mentality. You always want to watch film after the game, and then you look at the film and you see some mistakes that the team might have made. You think about that. You can't wait for practice the next morning just to try to correct it.
So the game's over. You go home and watch the game again. That's not normal. But Rick Barry said that the guy that doesn't go home and worry about the game, he's not interested.
Yeah.
He's not Rick was the kind of guy he tormented himself till the next game, and then he let it go.
Yeah, and that's the key, because the next game, the next team is going to feel that fury, because you want to win the game before so bad, and then the next game you're like, you know what, the next team's going to get it. They're going to catch. They're going to catch. Everything that I have. So.
Well, I know I say this, and we wish you all the luck. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. It's such a quick start. Everybody's so behind you. Just amazing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Tell you what, I mean, it's the fans. The fans are the ones who fuel us. And like I said before, they're looking for a winning product, and all we have to do is make sure we stay professional, work hard every day, learn from our mistakes, and continue to play well and play hard. We'll be in good shape.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck, too.